Let's bring in Jerry Micco. He is Senior Assistant Managing Editor at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Jerry, thank you so much for joining us. First off, tell us, how are voters there in Pennsylvania reacting to last night's debate?
I think it depends on where you stand. First of all, 600,000 people have already voted here by mail. Voters, I think, some are undecided and saw last night, said clearly they're going to switch a vote. Maybe they lean Democrat now. I think they lean Republican. Some people are diehard. They're going to stay with John Fetterman. They think that he's still a better candidate. So I think it's a little bit up in the air still. It'll be interesting to see how the polls come out the next round. Fetterman was about a point or two ahead, depending on which poll you look at. The only thing about Oz you always see is his disapproval rating is always up around 50%. We'll see how that next batch comes out. I think it'll be closer. Might even see a flip in that poll by 1 or 2 points.
All right, so we're talking about a Senate debate. I want to talk about the president as well, so just follow me here. We know President Biden, born in Scranton. It's a fact that he talks about a lot in speeches. But what would it mean if Pennsylvania voters elect a Republican senator while a Pennsylvania Democrat is president?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Pennsylvania is such a purple state. We often have the legislature leans Republican a lot more now, but before it used to be split House and Senate. We have oftentimes a Democrat governor. Like now, we have a Democrat governor and a Republican legislature. I think it would be different because you would have one Republican and one Democrat senator in Pennsylvania if Oz were elected. So, President Biden has come here often, and he is coming back here, I believe, next weekend. It'll be his third trip here in 2 months. So he does come back here. A lot of states he does not go to because the candidates don't want him there. But in Pennsylvania, he feels comfortable, and John Fetterman wants him to come back and campaign for him.
Well, Jerry, that's what I wanted to talk to you about next. He's going to be coming there. As you said, he's going to be visiting with the former president, President Obama. But with Biden and his popularity, is this a mistake or is this a smart move?
I think people here, I think it's a relatively smart move. In a latest poll, when they put Trump and Biden on the same question, they ask it to voters, I think Trump is up by 1 point. So I think Biden holds his own a lot of times here. I think he's seen by Pennsylvanians as one of their own in some ways, even with the problems with the economy, with inflation and with crime. I think a lot of people stick on Biden. I think people in Pennsylvania still like him, and I think Fetterman wants him to be here. And certainly President Obama is very popular. So I think they're going to both come together and campaign for Fetterman down the stretch. I just think Biden, for some reasons, feels comfortable here, and I think people feel comfortable having him here.
All right. Well,
that's a rarity.
It's
not everywhere, that's for sure.
Well, Pittsburgh's own Jerry Micco, we thank you, sir, for your time. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.